Hello, my dear students. Our today's topic is Pakistan's chronology from 1970 till 2008. That means we'll be covering 38 years of political events happened in Pakistan from 1970 till 2008. What does the word chronology mean? Chronology shows the order in which a series of events take place, the arrangement of events or dates in order of their occurrence, the study of historical records to establish dates of past events. So, in this lesson, we'll have a look on the political events happened in Pakistan in chronological order with the help of a timeline. Let's have a quick overview of all these years before going into depth to study each and every event in detail. 1970, our starting point. West and East Pakistan were still together, and General Yahya Khan was the President of Pakistan. 1971, separation from East Pakistan. East Pakistan declares independence as Bangladesh. 1971 till 1973, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto becomes the first president and then the Prime Minister of West Pakistan. 1977, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was arrested and General Ziaul Haq set up military government. 1978, General Ziaul Haq became the President of Pakistan. 1979, Russia invaded Afghanistan and Pakistan opened its borders for Afghan refugees. 1984 and 1985, Islamization in Pakistan, end of martial law. 1986 till 1988, General Ziaul Haq was killed in a plane crash. Benazir became the first woman Prime Minister of Pakistan, and Ghulam Ishaq Khan takes oath as President. 1990, Benazir's government was dismissed, and Nawaz Sharif won the new elections. 1993, Benazir returned to power with Farooq Ahmad Laghari as President. 1996 till 1997, Nawaz Sharif again became the Prime Minister. Mohammad Rafiq Tarar was the President. During this period, a huge amount of money was borrowed from IMF and the World Bank. 1998, nuclear bomb test at Chagi. 1999, General Pervez Musharraf takes over Nawaz Sharif's government. 2000 and 2001, military government took over. General Pervez Musharraf took oath as President. 2002 to 2007, Musharraf was re-elected. Political and economical stability in Pakistan. 2008, Pakistan People's Party won the election. Syed Raza Gilani became the Prime Minister and Asif Ali Zardari became the President. Now we'll try to focus on each date and see its importance in our history. 1970, West and East Pakistan were still one country. Now here, a question may arise in one's mind that if till 1970 the two parts of the country were still together, so what led to the breakup of West and East Pakistan? Right after the partition, there have been serious problems to cope with this situation of having two wings of a country separated by 1600 kilometers, which had completely different outlooks on life and society. There have been a very big issue of language between the two wings. West Pakistan was supporting Urdu as national language and East Pakistan wanted Bengali as national language. The political leaders of both parts were not united, and everyone wanted to fight for the power. East Pakistan felt neglected or discriminated by the West Pakistan from economical point of view. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the leader of a political party, the Awami League, in East Pakistan. He won more votes in the elections held in 1970. In West Pakistan there was Bhutto, but he did not get much votes. So legally Sheikh Mujibur Rahman should have been the president or the prime minister. But General Yahya Khan, the president of Pakistan, did not honor the results of elections and didn't want Sheikh Mujibur Rahman as president or prime minister. And this caused a widespread unrest in the East Pakistan. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman with his party Awami League started to struggle to form their own government. Besides Awami League, there have been many other guerrilla groups and Bengali nationalist movement trained and supported by Indian Army against Pakistan Army. West Pakistani Army tried to intervene to control the situation, but it was difficult to reach there because of the distance, and India banned flights over it to reach East Pakistan. At last, the war began and lasted for 13 days. West Pakistan had to surrender and East Pakistan declared itself an independent country as Bangladesh. Now one may ask the question, if the division of Pakistan into two separate parts at the time of partition was a sensible idea, maybe two separate states from partition would have been the best solution. The fact of having two parts of the country so much distant from each other caused lots of problems for both wings. But since partition itself was a very big revolution or change in the history of subcontinent, and every big change has its steps and processes before reaching to a definite solution. Trials and errors are parts of all type of histories. So today we have talked about the main events happened in 1970 and in 1971. The separation from East Pakistan and its causes. Now you have to wait till the next lesson to know what happened in 1971 till 1973 under the lead of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Your task, you have to answer these two questions. What led to the breakup of West and East Pakistan? And question 2, was the division of Pakistan into two separate parts at partition a sensible idea? Listen to all my explanations carefully and try to answer these questions.